What if everything you thought you knew about American Dad was a lie? Behind the laughs and seemingly random plot lines, fans have uncovered disturbing patterns suggesting something much darker is happening in Langley Falls. Today, we're examining American Dad conspiracy theories that have frightening merit. Prepare to see Stan Smith's world in a completely different and terrifying light. Stan dies repeatedly. The CIA keeps cloning him. What if Stan Smith has died dozens of times, and the CIA just keeps replacing him with clones? Throughout the series, Stan survives impossible situations. In 100 AD, he's blown up and walks away unharmed. During Rapture's Delight, he survives the biblical rapture and a post-apocalyptic wasteland. In The Most Adequate Christmas Ever, he dies, meets Jesus, and returns to life. In Office Spaceman, he gets sucked into space and returns to Earth unharmed. The evidence goes even deeper than surface observations. Stan shows absolutely zero trauma from these death-defying experiences. His personality shifts dramatically between episodes, almost as if different versions exist. His memory consistently resets after major life-changing events. The CIA has advanced cloning technology. We see clear proof in Virtual Insanity, where sophisticated robots and consciousness transfer are treated as routine agency operations. In Stan's Night Out, we discover the CIA maintains multiple body doubles for various agents. Stan's inconsistent skill levels support this. Sometimes he's competent, other times completely incompetent. This could indicate different clone batches with varying programming. His family relationships reset, and he learns the same lessons about being a better father and husband, suggesting memory wipes with each replacement. Stan is the perfect expendable agent for any dangerous mission. Every time he dies, they simply print a new one with carefully implanted memories and personality programming. The family never questions these dramatic changes because each clone seems physically identical. It's the ultimate government asset, an agent who can repeatedly die without the agency losing their substantial training investment. Roger is an interdimensional entity, not just an alien. Roger claims to be from space, but evidence suggests he's an interdimensional being with godlike powers. In Joint Custody, Roger demonstrates abilities beyond alien physiology. He has superhuman strength, speed, and durability. He survives gunshots, explosions, and falls that would obliterate any creature. But Roger doesn't just survive these encounters, he actively regenerates from fatal injuries, shapeshifts his entire physical form, and manipulates reality itself in ways that defy all known laws of physics and biology. The one that got away provides the smoking gun. Roger's persona, Sidney Huffman, becomes a separate, sentient being living independently. That's not disguise. That's dimensional fragmentation. Roger accesses alternate versions of himself from parallel realities. His thousands of elaborate personas have complete detailed backstories and independent lives that simply couldn't be maintained by any single being, no matter how intelligent. Roger exists across multiple dimensions simultaneously, actively splitting his consciousness between parallel realities. This supernatural ability explains his seemingly infinite knowledge, instantaneous appearances anywhere, and complete immunity to physical laws. The Smiths are trapped in a CIA virtual reality simulation. What if the entire Smith family is unknowingly trapped in an elaborate CIA simulation? Virtual Insanity establishes that the CIA has sophisticated VR technology, creating entire artificial worlds. Stan builds a virtual girlfriend for Steve with realistic physics and emotions. If they can create individuals, why not entire realities? In Game Night, the CIA manipulates entire scenarios through technology. The show's logic supports this. Time works inconsistently, characters age differently, or not at all. Death is meaningless because people constantly return. The world resets after catastrophic events. Stan has worked the same job for 15 seasons without promotion. These aren't comedy conveniences. They're simulation glitches. Episodes like Rabbit Ears show Stan trapped in supernatural dimensions through VHS tapes. In the vacation goo, the family discovers their vacation was artificially generated. Multiple episodes feature reality-bending technology that the CIA treats as commonplace. The simulation explains why supporting characters disappear randomly, why Langley Falls exists in a bubble, and why consequences never carry over between episodes. The CIA uses the Smiths as test subjects. Each episode represents scenarios studying human responses to bizarre situations. Memory wipes between tests explain why they never learn or show lasting trauma. Klaus is still active as a German spy. Everyone sees Klaus as a harmless, bitter fish. But what if his pathetic exterior is the perfect cover for ongoing espionage? Klaus was an East German Olympic ski jumper before the CIA transferred his consciousness into a goldfish. We're never told that Klaus was decommissioned as a spy. His fish body might be a perfect disguise for continued intelligence work. Throughout the series, Klaus demonstrates sophisticated manipulation. In Finances with Wolves, he systematically destroys Francine's job through psychological pressure. In Killer Vacation, he attempts to seduce Francine to destabilize the family. Klaus has access to Stan's CIA secrets, knows the family's vulnerabilities, and operates under the radar. He sows discord through emotional manipulation. His apparent bitterness makes him seem harmless, his greatest asset. Klaus might be reporting to German intelligence, gathering CIA information through his unique position. His fishbowl provides perfect surveillance of the Smith home. Roger is the devil. This theory suggests Roger isn't just interdimensional, he's a fallen divine entity, possibly Satan himself. The most adequate Christmas ever provides evidence. Roger leads an army against Santa in the war between good and evil. He demonstrates powers beyond alien abilities, commanding legions, manipulating reality, and engaging in battles with cosmic implications. This isn't alien behavior, it's biblical warfare. Roger's moral compass is inverted. He delights in chaos, manipulation, and suffering. He's immortal, shapeshifts at will, and knows things he shouldn't. He tempts family members into poor decisions for amusement. His thousands of personas could represent his influence throughout human history, forms taken to corrupt humanity over millennia. Living with a CIA agent sworn to protect America adds irony to his potential identity as mankind's greatest enemy. Roger requires no sustenance, follows no moral code, and exists purely to create chaos. These aren't alien characteristics. They describe a demonic entity feeding off human misery. The show takes place after the rapture. Rapture's delight might not have been a one-off episode. It might have permanently changed everything. After the rapture episode, American Dad's tone shifts dramatically. Characters become more unhinged, plots grow surreal, and physics stop applying consistently. Roger becomes nearly omnipotent, Stan survives impossible situations, and reality becomes fluid. What if the Smith family was left behind during the rapture and now exists in post-apocalyptic purgatory? This explains why death has no meaning, time doesn't flow normally, and supernatural events occur regularly. They're trapped in a fractured world where divine judgment is passed. The increasingly absurd episodes represent their attempts to find meaning in meaningless existence. Each adventure is their subconscious coping with spiritual abandonment. The entire show is a CIA behavioral experiment. This meta theory connects everything. The Smith family is an unwitting subject in CIA psychological experiments. Stan rarely does actual spy work despite being a CIA agent. Instead, his life is filled with scenarios designed to test human behavior under extreme stress. Mind swapping, time manipulation, consciousness transfer, these aren't random adventures. They're controlled experiments. In Hurricane, the CIA controls the weather to test the family's response. The CIA has a memory manipulation technology seen in CIA POW. In Pulling Double Booty, they demonstrate behavioral modification techniques. They might be using the Smith family to show how humans adapt to bizarre circumstances. Each episode represents new variables in their controlled environment. Deputy Director Bullock's behavior supports this theory. He often knows more about the Smith family's personal lives than he should, suggesting surveillance. His apparent incompetence might be an act while he monitors the experiment's progress. Roger serves as the chaos agent, creating stress and conflict. Klaus acts as an emotional manipulator, testing family bonds. The reset between episodes could represent memory wipes, ensuring subjects don't build resistance. Stan's job provides perfect cover. His family trusts him, so they don't question strange household events. Meanwhile, the CIA gathers data about human psychology, family dynamics, and behavioral adaptation. When you connect these theories, a disturbing picture emerges. American Dad might not be comedy. It could be horror disguised as humor. A show about control, manipulation, and erosion of free will wrapped in jokes to make truth palatable. Maybe the real conspiracy isn't what's happening to the Smith family. It could be what the show does to us, making us laugh at their suffering while ignoring the deeper implications of their trapped existence. Which theory disturbed you the most? Are there connections we missed? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and subscribe for more deep dives into hidden truths behind your favorite shows.